Print on demand is often sold as a passive stream of income. Upload a design, sit back, and watch the money just come rolling in. Sounds pretty easy, right? The truth is, it's not passive when you're just starting out. Hi guys, my name is Meg Heckman, and I run a 7-figure print-on-demand brand and spend less than 4 hours per week running it. And in this video, I'm going to show you why print-on-demand is not passive at the beginning, how you can build simple systems to change that, and by the end, I'll show you my exact system setup so that you can automate, sit back, and finally make print on demand passive. So why does print on demand feel passive but isn't in the beginning? And it all comes down to the misinterpretation of what print on demand actually is. A lot of times people think that print on demand is the business model instead of thinking it as the fulfillment model. Print on demand truly just handles basically our task of handling inventory. So it makes fulfillment extremely easy. We don't have to worry about ordering inventory. We don't have to worry about shipping it out, printing it, getting it to customers, lining up shipping companies, etc. It takes all of that anxiety and just headache out of running a business. Now, companies like Printify will handle the shipping, printing, and logistics for us. And that's just one part of running a real business. The real work is still on you, the seller. Now, fulfillment may be automated, but our marketing, product creation, branding, customer service, that's still 100% on you. So what actually builds the business then? Well, we have to create products that people want. We have to drive the traffic to the store and get people there. We have to respond to customers if they have questions, concerns, issues with their order. We need to keep our store updated, and we need to know our numbers. Are we profitable? Are we just bleeding money? These are all important things that we need to know. Print on demand is really just the fulfillment method. The business is everything else around it. So let's talk about the departments that really matter. Even if you are a solo operator right now, meaning you are the only person running your business, you need to think of everything as a full business from day one, keeping that 10,000-foot view that we like to talk about. Every real business has different departments. Now, when you're just starting out, unfortunately, you are all of the departments, and you need to be all the departments at the beginning because you don't know how any of this stuff works. We need to be the ones either working with designers, giving feedback to designs, making designs on our own, using AI. This is very important, and it's a very important system that we need to learn and build over time. The same thing goes with customer service. It's important for you to understand why your customers may be frustrated. Are there different things that we can add to our FAQ section to answer a lot of their questions? Are you seeing a lot of repeat issues with orders time and time again? Are there things we need to change within our design process to eliminate some of these issues customers are having with their orders? Every real business has these departments, and we need them too. So the first department that we need to talk about is marketing. How are we driving the traffic to our store? How are we getting customers there? There's lots of ways to market a store. We can use paid advertising. This is what I like to use. I like to use Facebook advertising to get customers from Facebook and Instagram to my store to then purchase. But if you're not looking to pay for ads, then you can do organic content. Maybe you're somebody who likes to sit down in front of a camera like I am today and talk about your product or make creative videos so that you can post them on TikTok or Instagram Shorts and get customers from the feed to your store. There's also SEO and many other forms of traffic, as well as following up with customers after they've made a purchase. So we can think about email marketing as a form of our marketing. Now, the next department that we need to think about is our product development. Who is going to be making designs and uploading your listings? Are you going to be the creative eye who's using AI tools or working with a designer to help bring your ideas to life? Or are you going to be the person who continues to create them all by yourself? Now, once we've created the design, we also then need to upload it to Printify and then Shopify and get everything ready on the back end so that that product is truly ready to be customer facing. Once we've gone through the product development, you then need to think about customer success. What if customers are having order issues? Who's handling the emails? Who's getting back to customers who have questions? Customer service plays a huge part in running a business. And that's really where the lifetime value of a customer comes into play. Because if we handle our customer success issues the right way, we can keep a customer for life. Yes, you heard me correctly, for life. And if we deliver on that customer service, they are more likely to recommend our brand to friends and family, and sometimes even just the overall internet. They'll make a post, they'll reach out to random people on Facebook, and that gets people to our store to buy. And word of mouth is the cheapest form of marketing because it's free. So we want to make sure that our customer success is really good and we're able to handle all of those issues and questions that come up with our customers. Now, another department that we need to think about is our backend operations. Who's going to help us manage the store, sync the platforms, make sure that our site is up and running correctly? These are things that are really important, especially with running a Shopify store. These are all things that we are responsible for, which is very different from a marketplace like Etsy and Amazon. Etsy and Amazon are responsible for keeping their site up and running and functioning and making sure that people aren't having issues with checking out. But on Shopify, this is something that we need to think about. Finally, the last department, and maybe the most important, is our financials. Who's going to be tracking the profits, the expenses, keeping taxes in order? These are important things that if we aren't watching closely, we could end up just bleeding money. And the last thing you want to do when you start a business is to just be losing money along the way. We want to be profitable and we want to make sure that we can keep the sales coming in so that our profit continues to grow month over month. Now, I know all this may sound like a lot to manage, but you don't need to have a huge team to make this work. If you want the full breakdown of how I have structured everything, including who I hired, which departments I focused on, and how I systematized it all, click the link in the description below and join my free school community. You'll get instant access to the Miro board I'm about to share to you completely free. Now, with that being said, let's walk through my system and see exactly how I've set this up. The first department that we're going to talk about is marketing. Marketing is still handled by myself and Chris. We have not handed off the marketing because of the fact Facebook ads is a little tricky and not the easiest thing to teach to somebody to take over unless somebody has a lot of experience with it, which in most cases, if people have a lot of experience with running ads, they would be running their own ads for their own brand. Always keep that in mind. If people actually knew how to run Facebook ads, they would not be looking to run other brands' Facebook ads. They'd be looking to run their own to make more money. So we've always kept this as something that we are continuing to be responsible for. So it's not something that we've hired out. This is something that Chris and I are constantly keeping an eye on. And really, that's where the 4 hours per week comes from. It's pretty much getting new creatives ready for marketing and then testing those out, bumping budgets, cutting budgets, etc. The next department that we're going to talk about is product development. So product development is creating new products and new designs. For the most part, this is really just creating new designs for us because we sell apparel. So we're not coming up with any creative new products. It's really just designs that work for t-shirts, hoodies, crew necks, as well as tank tops. So we have decided to work with a designer for a little bit. So we will research trends, we'll find designs that we like, and then we send them to the designer for them to create. Once those designs are created, they go through a quality assurance check with one of our virtual assistants. That virtual assistant's name is Verby. She double checks all the designs and makes sure that they look good. She makes sure they're organized correctly within our Google Drive folder and basically just dots the I's and crosses the T's, everything design-wise. Now, the reason that we've decided to work with a designer versus us designing ourselves really just comes down to taking our time back. For us, we could continue using AI and creating designs on our own, but when you're making content for YouTube or you're working on your school community, time becomes limited. And as much as I'd love the design process, and I still do design from time to time to check out new things that are happening in AI, and just because sometimes I like to get creative and still get in there, it's not always my main focus. So a designer helps us continue to stay up to date with making sure we're doing 7 designs per day. Our designer continues to give us new designs that we can upload to our store and continue looking for winners in our advertising. The next department we'll talk about is our customer customer success. So we have one virtual assistant who helps in this department, and her name is Abby. Abby helps us with answering emails, handling refunds, and supports our buyers after they've already made their purchase. Now, loyalty happens after the sale, so her role is extremely important. She is responsible for responding to every single customer service question and potentially ticket that comes in. So if somebody's not happy with it, she makes sure that she takes care of them. She also will handle any chargebacks if those occur. They're very rare though. And she will also help us with answering comments on our Facebook ads and to Facebook Messenger. Because once you start advertising, you're going to get not only emails, but people will find you by sending you a direct message. They'll sometimes even ask for customer service issues to be handled via Facebook comments on your Facebook ads. So she's constantly checking through all of those ads as well as the DMs and our email support to make sure that we are getting back to buyers as quickly as possible. The next department that we'll talk about is the backend operations. And we have one virtual assistant who helps us in this department. This is where Verby comes in. So Verby goes through, we already said she goes through and does a quality assurance on all of our designs and then organizes them within our Google Drive folder. From there, she takes all of those designs and syncs them up in Printify and Shopify. She then will run all of our automations to get our mockup across all of our different designs and upload those to Shopify as well. After that, she adjusts the price, she does bulk edits for our descriptions, etc., and basically dots the I's and crosses the T's on every single design that's uploaded in our store. Once they are ready to go live, she simply shoots me a message and says, "Hey Meg, these designs are completed and ready to go live." And from there, I can think about sending out an email campaign or even setting up a brand new collection with new arrivals. I basically make that decision and then I push those designs live. Verby really helps keep everything running smooth behind the scenes. And that takes a lot of time off of my shoulders because before I was the person who was uploading the designs to Printify and Shopify, manually uploading the mockups, it took a lot of time. So Verby has helped us tremendously with removing ourselves from this portion of the business. Now, finally, we have the financials. The financials are still with me for the most part, but somebody that we have hired to help us is a bookkeeper. So at the end of every month, our bookkeeper, Gail, she's amazing. She helps us sort out our sales taxes as well as just general bookkeeping to make our end of the year taxes a lot easier. So she helps to track our profit, our expenses, and she preps for taxes. Now, if you don't know your numbers, you're definitely guessing, and that's not good. I still run our daily P&L as well as our balance sheet, but Gail takes it to the next level. She is a full-blown accountant, so she double checks everything. Every single order that has come through Shopify, every single PayPal transaction, she manages our books to a T. So she is somebody who we work with towards the end of the month, and she's not hired full-time or anything like that, but more of a consultant for us almost. So that pretty much there is the team. Chris and I handle the marketing. We have Sergi, who is our designer, Verby, who helps with those designs, Abby, who helps us with our customer service, and finally, we have Gail, who just helps us out at the end of the month and make sure our numbers are all in line. So this isn't a huge company. You don't need to have 15 people per department. It's very easy to create these systems for ourselves to allow us to take our time back. And maybe you don't want to be like me. Maybe you don't want to have a YouTube channel as well as a community where you're teaching others to do this exact same thing. And that's fine. You could be working 4 hours per week and continuing to make close to $10,000, $20,000 in profit per month, depending on what you're able to continue doing on your brand. So just remember, you don't need a big team. You just need a lean system, one that has the right people in the right tasks with the right tools. Now, just to quickly recap, marketing will bring in the traffic. Product development keeps your store fresh. Customer success keeps buyers happy. Backend operations keeps the business running. And financials keeps it profitable. Print on demand can absolutely become passive, but it's not at the beginning. You need to build the systems that replace you. Fulfillment might be automatic, but building a real brand never is. Once you've put the right structure in place, you get your time back and then your freedom. Now, if you haven't already, click the link in the description below and join my free school community where you can download the exact breakdown of how I've structured my team so you can start building your own.